Tonight, men and women will scratch and claw at that golden opportunity. That golden opportunity that can gain them that illustrious brass ring. Whether it's by defeating all the odds in a 5-man gauntlet for a championship, or whether it is by finally earning that one win you need to prove that you are worth it. Whether it's by facing off against your fears to save an ally, or whether it's by tearing through skin as you're locked inside a cage with a destroyer. One thing is certain, tonight we will see which men and women have what it takes to finally gain that golden opportunity. Welcome, everyone, to SummerSlam.
Well, welcome, everybody, to our WWE 2K19 Universe Mode. This is the SummerSlam pay-per-view, and we are kicking it off with Matt Hardy, the Broken, the Woken, however you want to describe him, Matt Hardy. I am, of course, Tom here, the Bad Wrestling Channel. I am so excited. SummerSlam, one of the biggest pay-per-views of our universe mode. Okay, we even make a little special intro thing for it, like you just saw. Maybe a bit cringe. Maybe it's cringe. I don't know. You tell me. Anyways, Matt Hardy to be taking on Dolph Ziggler. This feud has been combusting on screen. Okay, ever since Matt Hardy returned. Actually, since even before that. Since 2K18, where Dolph Ziggler super kick after super kick after attack to the head, after attack to the head, super kick, super kick, super kick. Dolph Ziggler finally broke Matt Hardy with his constant super kicks to the cranium, to the head. And Matt Hardy in the ring now, he's broken, he's woken, he has come back for the revenge against Dolph Ziggler. Okay, he returned at the Clash of Champions pay-per-view against Dolph Ziggler, who was meant to have a matchup with Seth Rollins for the United States title. That didn't come to fruition, as that United States title match is also going to be happening right after this one, and this first of 4 parts of our 2K19 Universe Mode. So we're going to have 2 matches each part, which should be interesting. Or not Fatal 4-Way, Fatal 5-Way, I should say. It's going to be a Fatal 5-Way. As Dolph Ziggler, ladies and gentlemen, pissed off Matt Hardy. Okay, Matt Hardy returned at Clash of Champions, and they've been combating and combusting and interfering in interfering in each other's matches for the past month here at SummerSlam. It all comes to fruition as Matt Hardy immediately going for a wheel kick, and Dolph Ziggler just kicks him in the stomach. Okay, going for a kick there, ladies and gentlemen, but Matt Hardy gets a punch to the face, or punch to the stomach, going for a punch to the head, reverse with a punch to the head there, however, wants to go for a clothesline and then bounces him off the top rope there. And Matt Hardy now trapping him with the elbows now. He's grabbing the... having the head with the vicious elbows to kick off this SummerSlam pay-per-view as a punch to the face connects. On a night where we're going to be seeing Aleister Black versus Samoa Joe. Goes for the knee reverses. As the momentum seems to be on Dolph Ziggler's side. A fatal 5-way for the United States title match. SmackDown women's title matchup between Shayna Baszler and Carmella, as well as Asuka, the Unstoppable Force, versus the immovable object of Nia Jax for the Raw women's title. We are kicking it off with a furious striking contest between Matt Hardy and Dolph Ziggler, as an elbow to the face there connects. However, Matt Hardy kicks him in the stomach to get out of it, going for a wheel kick, and it connects again this time. As Matt Hardy with an elbow striking the chest here. These two men, no love loss between them here in our universe mode. As Dolph Ziggler throws him to the outside, reversing the Irish whip. However, Matt Hardy elbows, goes back into the ring. Seems to have an idea here as the side effect connects by Matt Hardy. And look at Matt Hardy. He is saying no, he's not done quite yet. Going to pick him up for a suplex here, a big slam. Dolph Ziggler, however, gets out of it, reverses into a suplex of his own, middle of the ring here in our universe mode. Okay, these two have been battling for what feels like many, many months, as Matt Hardy looks to be ending it here Twist of Fate connecting. And the cover on Dolph Ziggler. 1, 2. But a kick out there by Dolph Ziggler. This match still continuing. And Dolph Ziggler now down. Matt Hardy screaming at him here, saying delete, 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 trying to delete Dolph Ziggler from his life, trying to delete Dolph Ziggler as a problem. As Ziggler looking down at Matt Hardy, picking him up, seems to have an idea, chop to the chest. And Ziggler, oh look at this, vicious right to the top of the head, rubbing his head against the top rope. As Matt Hardy is down, Dolph Ziggler picking him up, seems to have an idea here. What is he doing? Throws him to the outside like he's nothing there. Throwing him to the outside. Here in our universe mode, it appears that nobody is on commentary. I don't know why with the dual system, there's no commentaries. People says, oh, Famouser connects! Never mind, I was trying to say something. Dolph Ziggler, huge upset right there, potentially going for it here tonight. However, Matt Hardy reverses it. Matt Hardy reversing what I do believe would have been the Zig Zag, which is a terrible name. As Dolph Ziggler, however, gets a big clothesline there. Almost a side effect like clothesline. As Matt Hardy going for a maneuver. However, an elbow to the face to get out of it. And these two back in an even position, an even playing field between these two young athletes. Well, I say young, but Matt Hardy and Dolph Ziggler are both pretty. I mean, compared to other people on the roster. I mean, they're not that young. Both interesting and impactful competitors. As Ziggler now, look at this. Even though he's not that young anymore, he still moves as though he's just merely a 20-year-old with that headstand. As Matt Hardy gets picked up here, Dolph Ziggler going for a famous from Matt Hardy, reversing it with a massive power bomb, a game-changing power bomb. Goes for a big slam. Ziggler reverses, however, and this match is still going on into a huge rollover DDT. Matt Hardy is down. Dolph Ziggler. Drop kick to the head. Of course, the broken Matt Hardy. He became broken due to the impactful kicks to the face and the head from an attack a few months ago in 2K18 as the cover and a kick out by Matt Hardy. And Ziggler now waiting for him, going for a zigzag potentially to finish him off. Is he going to be able to this time? But Matt Hardy knows exactly what's happening as the elbows reverse. Or the elbows get him out of that predicament as a shoulder tackle connects. And now right to the head, however, once again you can see Dolph Ziggler definitely focusing on the head in this matchup. However, this time he stomps the arm. And there you see Ziggler feeling it here tonight. Matt Hardy getting picked up here, but Dolph Ziggler, ladies and gentlemen, gets reversed. And Hardy, out of nowhere, twist of fate again a second time. Middle of the ring in the cover. 1, 2, and a kick out again. Matt Hardy can't believe it, looking down at Dolph Ziggler. And Ziggler now getting the delete treatment by Matt Hardy. Here at SummerSlam, another punch to the face reversed into a punch of his own. Goes for a running clothesline, reversed into an elbow. And Matt Hardy, he's getting furious. However, Dolph Ziggler, same thing can be said about him as Matt. Bringing Dolph Ziggler back into the ring. Suplex connecting. Matt Hardy picking up Dolph Ziggler, the show-off. Going for a maneuver now, however, an elbow to the face. And Ziggler looked like he was going to go for the zigzag. However, this time connects on Matt Hardy as an elbow to the back again. And Dolph Ziggler kicks him in the top of the head now. Could be going for a little bit of a show-offy style neck whip, and it connects. And Dolph Ziggler looking down at Matt Hardy, and Dolph Ziggler, he's getting furious. He looks like he is about to finish the match, going for a top rope maneuver that could do it here. Big splash, but the knees get up by Matt Hardy. The knees by Matt Hardy, changing the momentum in this fight as Matt Hardy turns him around. Side effect again connecting. One of these two men leaving here at SummerSlam tonight with a massive opportunity to show who is better. Okay, and who will have more momentum on Monday Night Raw as Dolph Ziggler takes him down with a neckbreaker. And Ziggler now could be setting up. Once again, this time will he be able to hit? Third time's the charm, maybe? Yes, it is. Zigzag connecting on Matt Hardy in the cover. 1, 2, and a kick out there by Matt Hardy. Barely, just barely a 2 count, or barely almost a 3 count there on Matt Hardy by Dolph Ziggler. Ziggler still in this fight now. Throws him into the corner. Matt Hardy, however, kicks him off. And Ziggler getting thrown into the opposing corner now. And Matt Hardy trying to pick him up, however, Dolph Ziggler reversing it. And Ziggler now and Matt Hardy staring at each other, going for a kick to the stomach. Could have been potentially going for a sort of a twist of fate. And the referee checking on Matt Hardy, I do believe his head throughout this entire matchup getting more and more injured. Yes, it is. Okay, Matt Hardy, after that enziguri, not looking good. Dolph Ziggler taking advantage of this head injury. Super kick connects as Dolph Ziggler stuck in the top rope. There we go. Goes for the cover here. One-on-one matchup to kick off SummerSlam, but Matt Hardy kicking out. I don't know what's got into him, but he kicks out of the super kick by Dolph Ziggler. Punch to the face. Matt Hardy reverses it. Kicks him in the stomach. Goes for another kick to the stomach again. Potentially another twist of fate. Dolph Ziggler, however, oh my god, stomping on the face and then into the whip there. And Ziggler, he's not messing around. He is getting pissed off. He's getting angry. He wants to win. He wants to show that he is better than Matt Hardy as a zigzag connects. And it could be done here. 1. And another kick out. Matt Hardy not giving up here at the SummerSlam pay-per-view. Okay, I can guarantee that the United States Champion Seth Rollins might be watching this one in the back, saying, hey, these two could be in contention for some championship gold. Whoever wins this contest, potentially. As Matt Hardy, however, gets up. Elbow to the stomach, elbow to the abdomen. And it connects. And now going for, it looked like it was about to pull him in for the side effect. Reversed. And Ziggler and Matt Hardy, however, Ziggler gets taken down. And Matt Hardy with a elbow to the top of the head. Matt Hardy is not looking good. He is going for a top rope maneuver, slowly climbing. He must be tired. He's feeling hurt. Elbow drop reversed, however, by Dolph Ziggler. And Ziggler going for a roll-up pin, but a rope break, saving Matt Hardy from a loss there. And Ziggler going for another cover, however, and a kick out there, barely. This time, barely getting the shoulder up in this fight. As Ziggler now, however, gets up into a shoulder, or Matt Hardy, I should say, gets up into a shoulder tackle. And Ziggler now about to take another side effect, and it connects this time. And Matt Hardy, however, bringing the fight. Dolph Ziggler reverses with a punch of his own. Put onto the ropes. Bounces him off. Going to pick him up. Matt Hardy reversed there with an elbow. Ziggler gets thrown across the ring. Duck underneath. And Matt Hardy went to go for a maneuver with an elbow again. Reversed this time, however, Dolph Ziggler not looking too good. Matt Hardy throwing him into the corner now here at SummerSlam. Going for a big maneuver from the top turnbuckle. And Matt Hardy screaming towards the crowd, looking at Dolph Ziggler. And it could be over here. Top rope twist of fate. The maneuver that won him in his return matchup at Clash of Champions. 1, 2, 3. No! Dolph Ziggler kicking out. I thought that was going to be a 3 count. Matt Hardy getting up, and Ziggler has kicked out of everything Matt Hardy has delivered. I'm not too sure what could be next as a punch to the head. And Ziggler turning him around for a neck breaker. However, Matt Hardy reversing him there into a big slam, power slam connects. And Matt Hardy going for another one here. Side effect connects. And Matt Hardy saying delete, delete, delete indeed. As Matt waiting for him here Kicks him in the stomach, reversing potentially a twist of fate that could have ended this fight. And now going for a leg lock here. Not a typical maneuver this late into the matchup. But hey, if a win's a win. Trying to get a submission on Matt Hardy. Trying to crawl now away from Dolph Ziggler. Or into the ropes, I should say. But Dolph Ziggler, however, gets kicked off there. And Matt Hardy goes for a maneuver punch to the stomach there. Throws him outside the ring, it looks like. Goes for a punch in reverse there with an elbow. These two at war with each other here to kick off SummerSlam. This brawl, this fight. As Ziggler gets the punches, gets the strikes by Matt Hardy. Matt Hardy, the broken one as he calls himself. Jeff Hardy, his brother, under the spell of Bray Wyatt and the Wyatt family. We will see from them later on tonight. As Matt Hardy going for a maneuver. Dolph Ziggler reverses, however. Ziggler punch to the top of the head. Throws him. Bounces him off the ropes. Into a power slam. Beautiful power slam. Goes for the cover. 1, 2. And only a 2 count there on Matt Hardy. As look at this, Dolph Ziggler back into a headlock position. Realizes the head is the focal point for him. Goes for the injured cranium. As Ziggler waiting for Matt Hardy to get up. Could be scheduling for a zigzag. However, Matt Hardy reverses it. Kicks him in the back of the leg to get out of it. Kicks him in the stomach again. This time, twist of fate, and it connects. Twist of fate connects with a rope break to save Dolph Ziggler. Matt Hardy looking down at Dolph Ziggler. He has thrown everything he can at Dolph Ziggler here. Matt Hardy turns him over again, pulled him to the middle of the ring, but is it enough time? No. Ladies and gentlemen, it has not been quick enough since the twist of fate. Dolph Ziggler getting up, healed by then, however, kick to the stomach. Then Ziggler punch to the face. Into a zigzag there. Matt Hardy not looking too good here. 2 and 3, and Dolph Ziggler, after such a brawl, such a fight against Matt Hardy, defeating him here tonight at SummerSlam. What a match to open up this episode and this show. Dolph Ziggler and Matt Hardy giving each other everything. There you see, bam, huge powerbomb in the beginning of this matchup, or early on in this matchup, I should say. As Dolph Ziggler, okay, after such a war between him and Matt Hardy over the past few months, ladies and gentlemen, winning here tonight at SummerSlam, ending the war, defeating Matt Hardy, and I guess you could say deleting Matt Hardy as we move on to our second matchup, our first title matchup on the card. Let's get into it. Well, everybody, after a hellacious brawl between Dolph Ziggler and Matt Hardy that we just saw, we move on to the United States Championship, and what a brawl this is about to be. 5 men all feel like they lay claim to the United States Championship. Okay, Rey Mysterio winning a number 1 contenders matchup. The Miz as well winning a number 1 contenders matchup. Kevin Owens attacking Rey Mysterio because those two have been feuding and hating each other over the past, I don't know, few months. Since 2K19 started, when Rey Mysterio, literally on the first episode of 2K19's Universe Mode, we kicked it off, and Kevin Owens attacked Rey Mysterio after a match. Eric Young, former United States champion, feels like he deserves it as the leader of Sandy and former United States champion, like I said. Seth Rollins, the current champion, ladies and gentlemen. And I do believe that was it. Yeah, right? Yeah. Rey Mysterio, Kevin Owens, The Miz, Seth Rollins, Eric Young. Eric Young, leader of Sanity now, has made his way to the ring. Fatal 5-way to kick off, or not to kick off, but to finish off this first part of our 2K19 Universe Mode. Eric Young in the ring, waiting for that man. Fight Owens. Fight. You can see the colors of the United States because he wants to walk out with a title matching those colors of fight. Owens, fight. Kevin Owens wants the United States Championship here tonight. Eric Young in the middle of the ring. Kevin Owens, and of course Kevin Owens and The Miz teamed up to attack Seth Rollins a few weeks on the go-home show for Monday Night Raw. And then this young man, not this young man, but this little man, Rey Mysterio, saved him as he appears to be coming out as the superhero of Monday Night Raw. Coming out in a little bit of a Spider-Man gear. Rey Mysterio. Interesting gear considering Seth Rollins did a very similar cosplay for WrestleMania, where he won the Hardcore title and subsequently the United States title as well from Chris Jericho, because the Hardcore title technically turned into the United States title. Interesting as Rey Mysterio here tonight. He calls himself the Master of the 619, but will he be the Master of the United States title? As Rey Mysterio Spider-Man cosplay. Okay, everybody's coming out with special gear tonight. Okay, Rey Mysterio wants to win. Of course, red, white, and blue colors as well in the Spider-Man color scheme. As Seth Rollins wants to burn it down here tonight. The United States champion coming out in some Thanos gear, wanting to crush all of his opponents here tonight. So Seth Rollins, there you can see he has the golden boot from yeah, I know, it's from the pay-per-view. It's from, I don't remember which pay-per-view it came out in real life, but it's cool gear. And you know, considering everybody here is having a little bit of some summertime cosplay stuff, I figured why not? Here, the United States title matchup. So we're gonna have Seth Rollins, Rey Mysterio, and Seth Rollins the champion coming out, but of course The Miz having to steal the spotlight once again, just like always. And The Miz, of course, the awesome one as he calls himself, stealing the spotlight as the final entrance. No Maurice with him tonight, as The Miz making his way to the ring, the final challenger to the United States Championship. Fatal 5-way extravaganza for the title. United States title, there you see it. Here in WWE, The Miz has to move the fuck out of the way for the referee. Okay, that was weird. Okay, anyways, Eric Young, Seth Rollins, Kevin Owens, The Miz, and Rey Mysterio, and The Miz looking right at Eric Young to kick off the matchup. As Seth Rollins going after Rey Mysterio, Kevin Owens however right to the back of the head of Seth Rollins, and Rey Mysterio and Kevin Owens, of course, they've had a lot of trouble lately. I don't know why The Miz was like staring at Eric Young when the match started, but sure, why not? Fatal 5-way. Kicking it off here. As Rey Mysterio, big maneuver there, reversed. Eric Young going for a submission hold, fatal figure 4 it looked like. As The Miz defeated both AJ Styles and EC3, Mr. Money in the Bank, and AJ Styles, the first ever man drafted in our universe mode, to come here tonight, which was for me, a shock. It was very much a shock for me, as Kevin Owens goes for a maneuver. Rey Mysterio going after Seth Rollins. Obviously, a lot of respect between them. And then The Miz going after Seth Rollins. Rey Mysterio fighting Kevin Owens. Of course, those 4 men on the previous episode of Monday Night Raw show that they have some history. Here as a clothesline connects by Kevin Owens. The Miz kicking the back of Seth Rollins here at our SummerSlam pay-per-view. Seth Rollins is the champion. Okay, and then the other 4 men, the challengers. The Miz rolling out of the ring. Eric Young going after Rey Mysterio, it looks like. However, Seth Rollins turns his attention to Eric Young. Of course, those two have had a heated rivalry since the first pay-per-view of Backlash. Okay, Alexander Wolf returning to sanity to help Seth Rollins, or to help Eric Young, I should say, win the United States Championship, as Kevin Owens, with a huge splash on Rey Mysterio, as Rollins and Young fighting, battling on the outside. And The Miz watching on the outside as well, watching the action. Seems to about to be joining in, right to the face of Eric Young. Rey Mysterio, however, drop kick connects off the top rope. And Eric Young on the outside catching Seth Rollins from a big maneuver. And then into the knee As Rollins down on the outside. The Miz and Eric Young back to battling. Kevin Owens and Rey Mysterio have not stopped fighting since the match began. Okay, these two, such a heated rivalry between them thus far in our universe mode. As Rey Mysterio throws him shoulder first into the corner there. Eric Young and Seth Rollins still battling. As Rey Mysterio with a big leg drop to the outside. Rollins turning his attention to Kevin Owens now. Rey Mysterio taunting the crowd, getting the crowd behind him, but doesn't realize the Miz is behind him as he tosses him here tonight. And the Miz looking at him, telling him goodbye out of this matchup. As Seth Rollins and the Miz fighting here, and now the Miz and Kevin Owens seem to be teaming up. Okay, we've already seen this scene before on Monday Night Raw a few weeks ago. As Seth Rollins seems to be rolling out of the ring, and Matt Hart and the Miz and Kevin Owens. Look at this, the Miz. Oh, skull-crushing finale on Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens, former Intercontinental Champion in our series. Eric Young watching, breaks up the pin from the skull-crushing finale. Realized that could have been it for this matchup. I mean, a very short fatal five-way, but it could have been it. As an angle slam to the Miz. Eric Young rolling to the outside, but Kevin Owens. Or the Miz rolling to the outside, and now Kevin Owens and Rey Mysterio alone in the middle of the ring. Going for a maneuver here. Going for, oh my god, power bomb by Rey Mysterio. Surprised he can even lift Kevin Owens there. As Eric Young and Rey Mysterio fighting. Seth Rollins turning his attention to Owens. The Miz back into the ring as well. Someone was busted open. I believe it was Eric Young. Yes, of course it was. As Kevin Owens catching the Miz, or catching Seth Rollins into a knee. And now the Miz throwing Kevin Owens outside the ring. Seth Rollins going after the Miz. Eric Young looking down at Rey Mysterio as Rollins hit a huge drop kick, springboard drop kick there. As now Mysterio going for, oh, and a big like flipping power bomb connects as Kevin Owens connects there with a suplex. And now Rey Mysterio and Eric Young fighting now. A big clothesline out of the gates with the Miz. Rey Mysterio and Kevin Owens rolls to the outside. Seth Rollins and Eric Young battling. And now Rollins throws Eric Young into the corner. The Miz and Owens fighting on the outside. And throws him back into the ring, it looks like. As the Miz, what is this? Bouncing him off the canvas there. As Seth Rollins picking up the Miz, it bounces his face off the steel steps. Oh man, the pretty face of the Miz. Okay, the actor, Mr. Hollywood as he calls himself. As now Eric Young goes for the neck breaker on Kevin Owens. And this could be it here, the cover on Young. And this time the Miz breaking up Eric Young after doing a finisher to Kevin Owens. Of course, Eric Young doing that earlier. As Rey Mysterio is now up, going for Seth Rollins. Could be going for a 619. The Miz could be going for the skull-crushing finale. Gets out of it, the Miz does. As Rey Mysterio going up. I don't think anybody realizes what Rey Mysterio is doing. As Young and Young and the Miz fighting. There's battling here tonight. As now Young, okay, Rey Mysterio, a bad landing there. However, Kevin Owens, big back suplex connects on Rey Mysterio here. Eric Young gets up. Kevin Owens in the middle of the ring going for that pile driver. Oh my god, driving Rey Mysterio. But Eric Young kicks him down. And Mysterio, smart, after that finishing pile driver, rolls outside of the ring. And Eric Young climbs up to the top. Could be ending this matchup here tonight with the elbow drop. No, he doesn't. Changes it with a leg drop. And Kevin Owens looking at him here, going for a maneuver. Seth Rollins gets a kick in the stomach on the outside as he battles the Miz here tonight. Eric Young turns it into a big pile driver and it connects. And Kevin Owens again moving outside of the ring. The Miz waiting for Seth Rollins to get up. Could have been going for the skull-crushing finale. Yes, he has it. Skull-crushing finale connecting. And Eric Young grabbing the Miz. Not too sure what that was all about, but okay. Picking him up. And a Northern Lights suplex into the cover here. 1, 2, but only a 2 count there on The Miz. All 5 of these men battling each other here at SummerSlam. As Rollins going for a cover on The Miz on his own right. 1, 2, but a kick out again. As The Miz, oh, gets a big splash. And now the cover on The Miz again, this time broken up again. Everybody seems to be going after everybody. Rey Mysterio, big flip there. Surprised this time he doesn't go for a cover. As Kevin Owens picks him up into a suplex onto the knee of Rey Mysterio, or of Kevin Owens, as Seth Rollins turns over The Miz. The Miz, oh, gets a curb stomp. Rey Mysterio and Kevin Owens battling each other out, and Mysterio getting a curb stomp of his own. And Kevin Owens getting brought back into the ring. Everybody getting laid out by Seth Rollins. As Rollins looking for another curb stomp, going curb stomp crazy here on everybody in this matchup. But Kevin Owens, smart enough to see that he was going for it, turns it into that neck breaker connecting. And the cover. 1. But this time Eric Young saving the matchup once again. Everybody in this matchup desperately clawing to win here tonight. Who will it be? I'm not too sure, as Eric Young gets thrown to the outside. Seth Rollins and Kevin Owens alone in the ring as a big drop kick connects. And Rollins, he's feeling fired up here. The United States Champion going for a maneuver here right to the leg of Kevin Owens. Picks up Kevin Owens here. And now the elbows connecting. And now the big sling blade as The Miz and Eric Young battling on the outside. Rey Mysterio getting up, coming back into the ring. As Mysterio, oh, but Eric Young with a huge super kick on the outside on The Miz. Rey Mysterio and Seth Rollins fighting here. Rey Mysterio turns it into a big maneuver, back and forth, these two reversing each other over and over again. Almost like, just like Ring Around the Rosie or something. As The Miz and Young battling. And Seth Rollins goes for a big kick to the stomach. Rey Mysterio going for a suplex. These two back and forth reversals. Same thing can be said for The Miz and Eric Young. As Seth Rollins takes down Rey Mysterio. He looks a little bit tired. Kevin Owens, however, out of nowhere, going for the pop-up. Reversed, I guess. Reverse there connects. And Rey Mysterio and Seth Rollins still fighting here. This match is still going. Everybody in this match desperately clawing at a chance for the United States Championship. Seth Rollins wants to retain this. He has the most to lose. Everybody in this match has the most to gain. As Eric Young and The Miz fighting here. Punch to the stomach by The Miz. And Young gets thrown across the outside. Everybody on the outside brawling. Kevin Owens down on the outside as well. As Rollins looking a little bit tired here on this fatal 5-way. And The Miz gets a kick to the face. Kevin Owens is finally up here. And Eric Young going for that signature. Oh, and it connects the Death Valley Driver. As Eric Young gets lifted up here into a big, Samoan drop. Okay, Thanos and Spider-Man, I guess you could say, battling on the outside as Rey Mysterio and Seth Rollins fighting here. Eric Young, Kevin Owens, the only two men left in the ring. As a big maneuver there again, a big slam. As now punch to the face, missed by Eric Young. And Kevin Owens fighting him here, going after the leader of Sanity. Rey Mysterio and Seth Rollins. What a one-on-one matchup that would be. As we're seeing it here as a suplex by Seth Rollins. As a big snap suplex as Eric Young with a neck breaker. And Eric Young looking to end this fight. Seth Rollins reversed it, stomps him down. As Rey Mysterio with the kicks to the leg. Eric Young getting caught in that neck breaker and it connects. Goes for the cover here. Once again, 1, 2. And The Miz breaking it up just barely. Just barely breaking it up. Rey Mysterio with a leg drop on Seth Rollins. And Rey Mysterio, however, getting picked up as Seth Rollins is down. All four of the challengers battling it out. Rey Mysterio gets taken out of the ring with the pile driver by Kevin Owens. The Miz, Eric Young, Kevin Owens, all in the ring here, still fighting for the United States title. All five of these men want an opportunity to win, as The Miz and Kevin Owens, the two men that teamed up on Seth Rollins, on Monday Night Raw, battling it out. And now the cover connects, and a kick out there by Kevin Owens. And now pulling back on Kevin Owens there tonight, trying to get the tap out victory. And Rey Mysterio breaking it up, and now all five back in the ring finally. All five men, and now in the collage, beating the hell out of each other. Seth Rollins, the only champion, seemed to be watching most of the action as The Miz rolls to the outside. Seth Rollins getting thrown to the outside by Kevin Owens. And Eric Young. Oh, look at that. What the hell? Oh my god, Kevin Owens! I'm not even too sure what the hell just happened, but it doesn't matter, as Eric Young going for a big maneuver, elbow off. Oh, off the top. That's now right to the back of the head. As Young and Seth Rollins fighting out here. Kevin Owens picking up Rey Mysterio. Pile driver connecting. And once again, Rey Mysterio rolls to the outside of the ring, realizing, hey, smart idea. Let's not give him the opportunity to go for a pin. And Owens rolls to the outside, and now it's the two men that started it all. Eric Young and Seth Rollins, and Young going for a cover. 1, 2, but a kick out there, and The Miz tried to help, ladies and gentlemen. As Young picking up The Miz. The Miz gets dropped by Eric Young. Seth Rollins, I believe, busted open, the champion. Everybody in this fight wants that United States Championship, as the Miz with a big neck breaker connects. Young rolls to the outside. Kick to the stomach by The Miz, however. And The Miz setting up a finishing maneuver once again. The figure 4 leg lock. I believe he gets the rope break as Rey Mysterio 619 connecting, and Seth Rollins getting up immediately, and The Miz rolls to the outside. Smart idea. As Rollins goes for a maneuver, oh my god, dropping on his head. Speaking of, drops on the back of the head of Kevin Owens with one of those power bombs there. There's one of those flip power bombs as Rey Mysterio going for a suplex again. Eric Young and The Miz down on the outside. Mysterio and Seth Rollins fighting. Kevin Owens down on the inside. Everybody wants a shot to prove who is top dog on Monday Night Raw. And sure, it's not the WWE title, but it's something to have the United States Championship, to have that prize to show, hey, I am better than all of you. And that's what everybody here on in this United States title match wants to say, wants to be able to say. As Eric Young and Kevin Owens fighting. Rey Mysterio going for it looks like he's going for a, oh, what the hell, Bulldog off the top as Eric Young hits Kevin Owens with one of those sanity drivers. As Young with a back suplex to Rey Mysterio. And The Miz, I believe, busted open, gets thrown to the outside. Mysterio reversing Eric Young with a Huracan Rana. Kevin Owens down on the outside. Seth Rollins, the champion, and The Miz battling on the inside, or battling on the outside, takes it back inside the ring. As now Mysterio going for a Huracan Rana, connects face first to the ground. Everybody in this match clawing for a chance to win. The Miz and Eric Young have been pretty much battling this entire matchup. Kevin Owens and Rey Mysterio, same thing can be said for them. Okay, this United States title fatal 5-way elbow to the face of Kevin Owens by Eric Young. And Young gets dropped down there. And Rey Mysterio gets a big DDT by The Miz. And now it's The Miz and Kevin Owens fighting here. slap to the hand. And Owens gets punched in the head. Reversed with a punch to the back of the head of his own as a back suplex connects on The Miz. A furious back suplex. Look at Kevin Owens screaming. Screaming at The Miz now. Here at SummerSlam. What an opening part to this pay-per-view we have been seeing, as now connects there with the neck breaker. Seth Rollins, Rey Mysterio, Eric Young, all on the outside. Kevin Owens and The Miz, the only two men left standing inside the ring. And Seth Rollins, gets a clothesline after The Miz took a huge neck breaker. Goes for the cover. 1, 2. No, Eric Young and Rey Mysterio both came in and the match is still going on. Such a long match we're watching. As Eric Young gets a big 619. Rey Mysterio could be going for a huge maneuver, however gets thrown down almost onto Seth Rollins. As Seth Rollins could be setting up to retain this matchup with the curb stomp, it looks like, running across the ring. The Miz and Rey Mysterio battling each other. As Young here tonight. But Rey Mysterio gets a big clothesline to the back and the cover too, but a kick out there. Not even a kick out. Kevin Owens saving the matchup again as a drop kick connects to Kevin Owens. Eric Young is down off a huge curb stomp. Rey Mysterio is down as well. Gets kicked right in the stomach. No respect. And The Miz, looking at Eric Young, could be setting up for a maneuver of some kind. Punches him in the face. And now the skull-crushing finale, and it connects on Eric Young, but Young rolling out of the ring. Everybody in this match still brawling, as Seth Rollins, however, went to go for a full Nelson suplex. As Seth Rollins with a back suplex of his own on The Miz. Going for a maneuver there, however, reversed with a backwards DDT. And Seth Rollins going for a maneuver, could be going for another submission hold. It looks like he is working over the arms now. Everybody in this match bruised and battered, bleeding. Eric Young right there bleeding as a curb stomp connects on Kevin Owens. I wasn't even paying attention. As now Rey Mysterio setting up for a 619. Doesn't even realize what's happening. And the cover off the curb stomp. 1, 2. No, and The Miz saving this matchup once again. Oh my god, everybody battling, fighting, and brawling as Rey Mysterio. What the hell was that off the top rope? I don't know what he was trying to do, but okay. As Eric Young and Seth Rollins fighting. The Miz punching down Rey Mysterio. Rey Mysterio still in this fight. Rey Mysterio going for another powerbomb position. As The Miz with the right hands. And Kevin Owens taking down The Miz. As now Rey Mysterio, face first goes Kevin Owens. Rollins and Young fighting on the outside. Both men busted open. As Young with a neck breaker on the outside. Rey Mysterio gets tripped up there by Kevin Owens. Middle of the ring, Eric Young and Seth Rollins seems to be bringing it back to the ring. Rey Mysterio going again. 619 connects there, busting him open. Elbow drop missed by Eric Young. Kevin Owens rolls to the outside. Seth Rollins going after Eric Young, but Rey Mysterio wants to go for a splash reverse into a clothesline there, a running clothesline. As Seth Rollins, the champion, throwing Rey Mysterio into the corner. Going for, not even too sure what he's doing. Okay, what the, okay. Goes for a maneuver there, reversed, however, by Rey Mysterio. The Miz and Eric Young both getting up. The Miz on the outside brings it back into the ring. Kick to the face by Seth Rollins to Rey Mysterio. There you see connects with a suplex. And now, connects there. His old finishing maneuver, but only a 1 count. And Kevin Owens on the outside. Eric Young with a big knee to the back. It now hits The Miz there. And Eric Young could be going for a maneuver. Kevin Owens doesn't seem to be stopping him. As The Miz getting a maneuver off the top rope. Seth Rollins, the champion, rolls to the outside. Eric Young gets a big, just gets thrown over the Miz, almost. As Rey Mysterio, sitting up, went to go for a neck breaker. Kevin Owens gets reversed. As Seth Rollins is down, the Miz crawling up as Rey Mysterio into a Huracan Rana. And the Miz, look at this, trying to steal the win. 1, 2, off the Huracan Rana, and 3, and the Miz! I guess Kevin Owens just took so much punishment. The Miz! Oh my god! Oh my god, The Miz! New United States Champion! After all of that, it's the goddamn Miz! Pinning Kevin Owens! Oh my god! So many things happened! And that man busted open, busted his ass, and now, you know, The Miz, he was the last person drafted to Monday Night Raw, and he is now your new United States Champion. Oh my god, well, ladies and gentlemen, huge win for The Miz, as that's going to have to be the end of this episode here on our WWE 2K19 universe. If you guys like to, please let me know by hitting the like button down below. Comment anything on the comments. Subscribe if you haven't already. But if you have, why not hit the bell to be notified of everything we do here on the Bad Wrestling channel? I am, of course, Dominic, and have a good day from Bad Wrestling. Oh boy. Yo.